racers, your journey is about to begin. You will be traveling to various locations throughout the country that all have to deal with music, art, and film. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome to the most iconic music festival in American history. Located in Bethel, New York, Woodstock was a celebration of the music in the late 1960s. The greatest bands and solo artists of that time and even today, including The Who and Jimi Hendrix, played at the concert. Over 400,000 people came to the festival, and it included a variety of cultures. Congratulations for attending the greatest festival ever. Now that you have experienced the music of the hippies of that era, you will use a mode of their transportation. Your next location is the Art Institute of Chicago. To get there, you and your partner will board a hippie bus. For 54 miles, you get to jam out to some funky tunes until you reach Stewart International Airport. And if you cruise at 55 miles per hour, it will be a groovy hour ride. The flight will take you a little over 2 hours. From here, you will take a direct flight to O'Hare Airport in Chicago. You will then take a taxi to your next location, the Art Institute of Chicago. The Art Institute in Chicago was founded in 1882 to display thousands of pieces of artwork. The museum encompasses more than 5,000 years of human expression from cultures around the world and features over 260,000 works of art. A fair percentage of these works of art were crafted by some of America's finest artists. Such works include American Gothic and Nighthawks. Welcome to the Windy City. Can you think of Chicago without thinking Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Absolutely not. This first challenge will be a little long, and by little, I mean literally. Do you remember when Cameron stared at the painting Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte? Well, this beautiful piece of work is in the Institute, and it is you and your partner's job to count every single dot used to create the work. Yes, this task will be grueling, but remember, the prize is $1 million. The way that you and your team will be successful is to do some math. To count the dots in the fastest time possible, one of the members should count the dots horizontally while the other counts vertically. Once you have the dots both horizontally and vertically, simply multiply them together. If the number given is wrong, the team must count again. Let's head south. After completing your first challenge, you and your partner will run from the Institute to the Spirit of Music Garden in Grant Park, which is about 2 blocks to the south. At this park, you and your partner will get in a car, which are provided, and drive to St. Louis. From St. Louis, you and your partner will take a paddle boat cruise all the way to New Orleans in Louisiana. This area is your next location. If you are the first team to make it to St. Louis, you can partake in a challenge to expedite this process. Here, you can bungee jump at Jolly Jumps of St. Louis. If you and your partner both jump, you will be able to take a speedboat instead of a paddle boat. Welcome to the City of Jazz. New Orleans was the only place in the United States where slaves were allowed to use their own drums. Because of this, it was in the late 19th century when the horns and the drums fused to make jazz music in the Louisiana birthplace. To this day, New Orleans is known for its distinct jazz music that makes people want to get up and dance. We're in the city of jazz. What could be more fitting than a trumpet solo? This challenge is to learn and play a basic song on the trumpet and perform it to an audience. To succeed in this challenge, it is recommended that your more musically talented partner does the solo. To alleviate some of the stress, there will be an instructor that will help you learn the song. The partner that does the solo has 1 hour to learn the song and perform it to the audience. While playing, if there is a wrong note during the song, the partner must wait an hour and perform again. You just heard the best tunes in America. Now it is time to go across the country to walk the Walk of Fame. To get to your next location, Hollywood, you and your partner will board a Mardi Gras parade float and drive the float to Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. You will then take a 4-hour and 15-minute flight that will take you to Los Angeles. You and your partner will then drive a car onto 405 North and take Highway 2, which will take you straight into your next location, Hollywood. In the early 1900s, filmmakers across the country began moving to the Los Angeles area to escape the strict rules imposed by Thomas Edison's Motion Picture Patents Company in New Jersey. Not only this, but the terrain and predictable weather made Los Angeles very suitable for filming. The Hollywood sign that is most commonly associated with filmmaking was actually made to advertise Hollywoodland, a subdivision near the top of Mount Lee, which the sign is located on to this day. Halfway through the 20th century, Hollywood stood as the most prominent film industry in the world. This challenge will put your name in the stars. You are in one of the most iconic cities in America, and what is Hollywood without the Walk of Fame? The challenge in this location is to take a picture of a Hollywood star in each time decade starting with 1920. So, you and your partner will have to take a picture of the star in each time decade. To make this more challenging, you will have to find both a musician and a movie star. So for example, in the time decade of 1990, you can choose to take a picture of Robin Williams for film and Janet Jackson for music. You will have 1 hour to finish this challenge, and if the pictures are not handed in, you will have to start again and find completely new stars. To be successful for this challenge, it is recommended that you and your partner divide and conquer. One partner should do the decades between 1920 and 1960, while the other does 1970 till present. You're almost done. It is time to head to the heart of country music. You guessed it, you're going to Nashville. To get here, you and your partner will board a train at LA Union Station and take the Texas Eagle to Dallas, Texas. If you are the first team here, you're lucky. If you arrive first, you and your partner get to board a plane and take a direct flight to Nashville, which is 1 hour and 50 minutes. If you're not first, get ready to road trip. You and your partner will have to drive to Tennessee to get to your final location. As Americans began to migrate west in the 1700s, many landed in Nashville, Tennessee, America's home of country music. Many of these settlers brought with them fiddle tunes and buck dancing, which eventually led to the emergence of country music. To this day, Nashville is known as the songwriting capital of the world, attracting artists from all over the world to learn the art and to share their passion of songwriting. Nashville is also home to United Record Press and North America's largest vinyl record plant. Contestants will be provided with cars in Nashville and will have to drive to Grand Central Station in New York. From there, they will board the Metro North Commuter Railroad and take it 13 miles to Penn Station. Contestants will then walk just 1.3 miles to Electric Lady Studios in New York City. This is your final destination, Electric Lady Studios, founded by Jimi Hendrix. Jimi and his manager transformed an old nightclub called The Generation into one of the most renowned recording studios in the United States. Artists of all genres of music have recorded here throughout the last 40 years. Beginning in the 70s with bands such as Led Zeppelin, Dave Bowie, and the Rolling Stones, the studio is still up and running today with the most recent projects including Lana Del Rey and Daft Punk. Participants will use the knowledge and skills acquired through the previous tasks to record an EP consisting of 3 songs, design a cover for the album, and finally film a music video for one of the songs. The first contestants to receive 1 million hits on YouTube as well as appear on iTunes Top 40 will win the challenge. To be successful in this challenge, contestants must be creative and draw upon musical theory and talents acquired through previous tasks. In addition, you must design an attention-grabbing or meaningful album cover, and as well as record an interesting music video.